What's going on, YouTube? I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. I wanted to talk to you guys about a fragrance that I've literally owned since 2005. Long time. Probably gone through 3 bottles of it. And it's by the house called Issey Miyake, and the fragrance is called L'Eau Bleue de Issey pour Homme. Blam. L'Eau Bleue doesn't smell so bleu. What do I mean by that? Well, it's in a blue bottle. It's got the name blue in it, but it's not blue at all. There's nothing aquatic about this fragrance. Anytime I see a blue bottle, anytime I see the word blue, it conjures up the thought of water, aquatics. That's the reason why Voyage is blue juice, guys, right? We all know this. So when we look at a bottle like this, we think aquatic, and Issey Miyake made one. But no, guys, you would be sorely disappointed if you bought this thinking it was an aquatic fragrance. To me, this fragrance should have been called L'Eau Bleue, which is green, not bleu, which is blue. Whatever. Issey Miyake likes to confuse us sometimes, right? I mean, maybe he couldn't figure it out. They got about 100 different scents and they all practically smell the same. Doesn't smell anything like the original. Gone from this fragrance is that cat urine accord that I've noticed more and more and more from the original L'Eau de Issey. What does this smell like? Like I said, it's definitely not an aquatic. It's definitely a green fragrance. It reminds me of a scent that comes from tea.
Well, go on, dear. Drink it while it's nice and hot.
And I know that sounds weird because a lot of people do not equate L'Eau Bleue to a tea fragrance. But in my opinion, like when I smell this scent, it reminds me of something I could smell in a tea bag. Maybe it's the ginger, maybe it's the rosemary, maybe it's the lime. I don't know. Maybe it's all three. But it has a very, very interesting tea-like accord. This fragrance really, really does perform. I would say that it actually lasts on my skin in 8 to 10 hours. And it goes. And I mean, it really, really goes. It blasts out, I would say, feet from me. People can smell me. I can fill up a room with this scent if I'm not careful with my applications. And I've actually found the CIs to be really, really strong within the first 3 hours. So I would definitely be careful with. To me, L'Eau Bleue is definitely a skeleton key fragrance. It works in any season, it works in any occasion. You can dress this up, you can dress this down, you can take this to the gym, you can take this to work. I probably would not wear this on a date, maybe. Probably I would, depends, because if you want to basically stand out, and if you're with someone, you want to stand out and you want to make that first impression be one where she remembers you, you might want to put this on. It's pleasant and it's very unique. So if anything, it'll create a scent memory with only you in mind. So that's not a bad thing. Does it smell like anything you've ever smelled before? Doubtful. Because to be honest with you, I've been following this fragrance for a long time and I've been on Fragrantica for a couple of years now, and I haven't heard too many people compare this fragrance to any. I've been on Base Notes and Fragrantica. Sorry, forgot you Base Notes. But at the end of the day, I really haven't heard a lot of people say this smells like anything they have or anything they've smelled before. It's a very unique smelling fragrance. So if you're a guy who likes to smell different from the crowd, which would kind of fit me, you would probably appreciate a scent like this. Is this fragrance worth the price to own it? Without question. In my opinion, I would definitely say yes. You can get this fragrance 100 ml for $35 or less. The scent is worth more than how much anyone can get a bottle for. The L'Eau Bleu's compliment factor is touch and go. The reactions I've gotten from this have been anywhere from,
"Oh my god, that fragrance is just amazing. Where did you get it? What is it?"
you know, and other reactions have been,
whoa, what's that scent? It smells so weird. Like, oh.
so it's been all over the place as far as compliments goes. I've gotten a bunch, but I've also gotten a few people who say that it's just a very strange scent and they really don't get it. So it's a polarizing fragrance, I would say. It's daring. You'll have an interesting range of perspectives when it comes to L'Eau Bleue de Issey Miyake. I think that it can be a little strong on the rosemary with that initial blast. So if you're not a fan of rosemary, or if you're not a fan of spice, that might turn you off a little bit, because rosemary is a very pungent spice, and working with the pepper in this scent, it can be something. Another negative to me, well, I don't really hold it against the scent, but supposedly the bottle is discontinued. As far as availability, it seems like this scent just keeps on going and going and going and going and going, but they have not continued making this fragrance, so at some point it will dry up. So I would say that's a negative. If you're someone who really wants to keep this in their collection for the long haul, you might want to stock up on a couple of bottles. But I really don't have a lot of negative to say about it, to be honest with you. It's a very interesting fragrance. There's going to be a lot of haters, but there's going to be a whole lot of lovers too. So it balances out. I like to rank fragrances in the page rating, and that is P for poor, A for average, G for good, E for exceptional. So where does L'Eau Bleue de Issey Miyake land on the page? Well, I think that this fragrance is a strong G, a very strong G. It's an amazing scent, in my opinion. It's a daring scent, in my opinion. It's not the average scent, in my opinion. So if you're a guy who doesn't like to smell interesting, if you're a guy who doesn't like to stand out with your fragrances, if you're a guy who likes to kind of blend in with your scents, this is not the scent for you. And yes, some people will find this scent a little weird, but it's really, really hard to say that this is not a pleasant fragrance. Wear it with confidence, fellas. It's classy, but yet you can also wear it in a casual setting. You can wear it in all seasons. It's way better than the price tag suggests. In the category that I consider this to be, which is like a tea scent, I don't think there are many fragrances that are on this level as far as performance, as far as uniqueness, and it's just a really captivating scent. It's a scent that you'll keep wanting to smell over and over. So guys, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. Let me know if you own this. Let me know if you've smelled this. Let me know if you love this or if you hate this. Let me know something. Tell me, what do you think about Issey Miyake's L'Eau Bleue? Do you think this is one of Issey Miyake's best fragrances like I do? What would you rank it? I'm curious. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.